Ukraine crushes Russian attack, destroying 2 mortar tank as Putin loses 100 soldiers in a day. Vladimir Putin's troops attacked positions defended by Ukraine's 10th Separate Mountain Assault Brigade, using 40 motorbikes and several armored vehicles. Ukrainian forces brutally crushed a Russian assault in the Donetsk region, inflicting massive casualties on Vladimir Putin's army. Russian forces have steadily been gaining ground in Ukraine's eastern regions, capturing 1,000 square miles of territory over the past year. However, the gains have come at a horrific cost in human lives, as unscrupulous Russian commanders hurl their soldiers into kamikaze meat assaults. In one ferocious battle on the Seversk front, Ukraine's army repelled a massive Russian attack. The incendiary device hits the tank, which bursts into flames, sending thick black smoke spiraling upwards. Ukraine has destroyed over 700 of the T-80s, which have earned the nickname steel coffins. The tank has underperformed, with key drawbacks including a gas turbine engine with high fuel consumption, excessive maintenance requirements, and poor survivability against modern weapons. In a further blow to Putin's army, Ukrainian forces in Kursk captured 27 Russian soldiers after a fierce battle. Putin's army has been trying to expel Kyiv's forces from its western province ever since Ukraine seized parts of the territory in a lightning raid at the beginning of August last year. Despite amassing some 60,000 troops that include around 12,000 North Koreans, Russia has been repeatedly frustrated in its counteroffensive due to dogged Ukrainian resistance. It comes as Ukraine's army claimed to have killed or injured 100 Russians on Monday, bringing the overall casualty total to 822. Recently, there were rumors that some Russian commanders were ordering wounded men back into action. Perhaps the first clear evidence of the crutch battalions appeared on social media last week. A Ukrainian drone spotted a Russian assault group, largely made up of men on crutches limping into position to attack Ukrainian positions around Pokrovsk, a fortress city in eastern Ukraine that's the current locus of the Russian war effort in the east. Bomb-dropping drones made quick work of the attackers, ruthlessly slaughtering them despite their injuries and their obviously limited offensive potential. What may at first have seemed like an anomaly, a bizarre waste of lives potentially ordered by one cruel Russian commander, now seems more systemic. On or just before Tuesday, a Russian soldier from the 20th CAA recorded a video of walking wounded, assembling for an assault in the forests, apparently outside Pokrovsk. The stress on the Kremlin's manpower system is only growing as the expansion of the Ukrainian drone corps and Russia's loss of 15,000 combat vehicles compels Russian commanders to hold back their few surviving modern tanks and fighting vehicles and send in the infantry instead, on foot and often without a lot of support. Meanwhile, Kyiv's forces have recaptured lost positions in 2 parts of Ukraine's Donetsk region. The Institute for the Study of War, or ISW, has said as a map shows the latest state of play along the front line. The Washington, D.C. think tank said on Sunday that both sides had made gains, with geolocated footage showing Kyiv had regained positions to the southwest of Donetsk, as well as towards Chasiv Yar. Russian forces have maintained the momentum along much of the front, albeit at high personnel losses, and a push by Kyiv to regain territory could provide leverage for talks ahead of the inauguration of President Donald Trump. Amid his predictions, he can force a swift end to the war. In its update on Sunday, the ISW said amid gains by both sides in the Donetsk direction, Ukraine had recaptured lost positions in southern Shcherbinivka to the southwest of Donetsk. However, the ISW said that Russian forces had advanced on the territory of the Toretska mine to the north of the city, with Russian sources making unverified claims that Moscow had seized half of that mine and advanced near Tsentralna mine in central Donetsk. The think tank said both sides had also advanced in Chasiv Yar, whose location on a hill overlooking the road towards Sloviansk and Kramatorsk makes it a strategic target for Moscow's bid to control the whole of the Donetsk Oblast. It said that geolocated footage showed that Ukrainian forces had regained lost positions in the refractory plant in central Chasiv Yar, although Russian forces had also made their own gains in the west of the city and had captured 2 of its districts. Ukraine's Luhansk Group of Forces spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Dmytro Zaporozhets, said on Saturday that Kyiv's forces had repelled Russian small and medium-sized assaults on the grounds of the refractory plant.